Taoiseach, as you know, there's been a lot of criticism of the state of O'Connell Street. Now, it is a complex problem, but mostly it's emblematic of failure in government policy on multiple fronts. But I just want to make a very, very simple point when people are giving out about activities that are going on O'Connell Street. There used to be 3 supervised public toilets in the O'Connell Street vicinity. Now there are none. None. So particularly for people who are homeless as a result of another failure of the state, there is nowhere to go to the bathroom. And it's a basic thing. During COVID, we managed to introduce supervised public toilets throughout the city. As soon as COVID was gone, they were taken away. And that's not just true in O'Connell Street, that's true in my area and many other areas. Something we showed we could do that was very, very good and beneficial to have supervised public toilets. We removed them immediately, and many of the public toilets near O'Connell Street are still there. They're just gated up because we don't put the resources into providing them. I mean, that is a basic, elementary thing that we could do, as well as, obviously, as has already been mentioned, the supervised injection centres. So there are solutions that could make an immediate impact rather than sort of demonising people or somehow sort of giving strength to the idea that it's a no-go area in O'Connell Street. Basic things that could be done by the local authority and government could make a significant impact, as well as improve the lot of people on O'Connell Street.
Broader issue of O'Connell Street and antisocial behaviour more generally. Again, the budget has allocated further funding to Garda Síochána to support high visibility policing, to tackle crime and antisocial behaviour, an additional £2.5 million for youth justice measures, bringing the total investment to £24 million. The Minister for Justice and the Minister of State with Law Reform met with Garda Commissioner Drew Harris and the Assistant Commissioner Angela Willis for the Dublin Metropolitan Region to discuss safety and anti-social behaviour in Dublin and other areas following public concern over a number of incidents. The Minister asked the Commissioner to review the operation of anti-social behaviour legislation and procedures. The Minister also asked the Commissioner about improving the use of anti-social behaviour orders, including the disparity on the use of ASPOs in different areas of the country. In line with the Programme for Government Commitment, Minister of State James Brown established an expert forum on anti-social behaviour in 2020. This forum will consider the effectiveness of existing legislation and propose new ways forward, including new powers for Garda Síochána and additional interventions to support parenting of offenders. The forum is examining a broad range of issues with a focus on developing measures which will counter the negative impact on community morale and quality of life. There's 2 subgroups considering the specific knife crime issue and the misuse of scramblers and quad bikes. Other subgroups may be established. So that's more detailed, perhaps medium-term response to some of the issues that have been raised. In terms of O'Connell Street, I repeat what I said last week. I do think we need to get on with the physical refurbishment of O'Connell Street, because my own experience, having been on city councils in the past, streets can be transformed with investment in the streetscape of those streets. And O'Connell Street now has been a long time in and around Moore Street, GPO, all those issues. There's been exhaustive discussions between parties and political parties at local level and national level. Eamon O'Keefe was involved here, trying to reconcile the various interests around the heritage site and so on. Eventually agreement was reached. There's not full unanimity on it, and there's objections and so on. But until we get that transformed, I think we're going to still be in trouble in relation to O'Connell Street. We can't really have the luxury of coming in and sort of saying, and people look at, we live in a democracy, people are entitled to perspectives, but it's not enough just to say, that's wrong, that's wrong, that's wrong. We need to fix it. And there's multiple ways to fix it. And yet, there was issues around that too, and you know that. There was issues around that. I do believe genuinely, I mean, would you support that? Through the chair, I would definitely support.
I wouldn't be asking open-ended questions.
But I know we can't do that, Chair. Apologies. The redevelopment of O'Connell Street is proposed by the Hammerson Group.
Not Hammerson.
We are.
Off it.
But then we go another 10 years, waiting for something else to come along. That is the problem, Deputy Lyne. We need to be honest with ourselves.
Through the chair.
We need to be honest through the chair. We keep on saying this must happen, that must happen. When someone comes forward with a proposal, when it goes on for 10 years to get the outcome, and we're trying to get agreement from everybody, then we get an outcome, and then we start opposing. No, sorry, this has been long considered in great detail by everybody. Not me, I'm not involved. But I do get impatient with our endless sense of being able to complain about everything for decades and not reach a compromise. Not reach a compromise to get something done, to transform streetscapes and get the thing improved upon. It has happened in other parts of the country to good effect, where we've transformed towns and cities across the country and has made a huge impact in terms of dereliction and in terms of other types of behaviour that followed dereliction.